Hello everyone and welcome back to All Things Hadar. If you are new here, welcome. We are so glad that you have decided to join us, or maybe even have just ran across us and are just stopping by for a moment to check us out. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support, for being here, for being a part of this channel. Just truly greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I don't want to talk a whole bunch here, but I do just want to say I am still looking for people who are always on their spiritual journey, have been on their spiritual journey for a while. They are wanting to share with their fellow Hadarians, like, what were your experiences? How was your awakening? What did you experience? And that kind of thing. And if you have any remembrances of your life on Hadar or the Hadarian system, and you would like to share that with others, then we would love to hear that and be able to help each other have a better understanding and a broader understanding of Hadar, the Hadarian system. Not only what was, because it's not about being stuck in the past, right? But it's about learning from our past to improve our now and our future. And then any future new understandings that there are floating around out there that are, possible for pondering, I guess. I haven't been on for a while because I too have been had some huge changes and shifts for myself, and I have been acclimating and integrating, and so although the point of the channel, or one of the big points of the channel, is to be able to be doing these interviews and doing healing work or expansion work for the Hadarian Collective. For me, sometimes that's going to come through as a reading. And today I was literally just sitting here doing a reading for myself and had a very simple, 4 cards. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is a loop. This is a pattern. And, realized then once that came, it was like, yeah, that's been going on this whole lifetime. And I was like, wow, yeah, I see. And I just saw quick little flashes of other lifetimes. It's like, oh yeah. Let me clean that up. Let's clear that out. And then I did a reading to see how it shifted, and it shifted in a major way. And then you guys came to my mind, and it was like, oh, okay. So I feel that I was being prompted, and there was more after that came through, and I just felt prompted to come on here and let's do a quick card read to see what comes through for us in regards to trying. That's funny. So I don't know if anybody saw the one that came out before that, but is this it? Yeah, this one came out first, and it's the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. And then this one came out, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. So, wow, see, and moving on. Yeah, so it's just comes, sometimes it just comes out so simple, like just like this. It's like, it feels like that for a lot of us, we've really been working on our money situations, or trying to grow our money, or we're trying to grow businesses or new avenues of revenue in whatever way, shape, or form that looks like for you, because it's going to be different for everybody, right? And it feels like everybody's been kind of, you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the time, you've planted the seeds, you've nurtured the seeds, but you're still standing here waiting and waiting and waiting. It feels like for some of you, the waiting has been going on for a really long time, for many years. I just heard that. It also feels like for many, new direction. It also feels like for many that it's almost like as soon as you get close to harvest time, which would then be the 8 of Pentacles, is where you're closer to harvest time. It's almost like something will come up then, and it's like it wipes out your crop of pentacles, and then you're back to planting seeds again. And so for many, it feels like that's a loop. Let's actually I'm going to write that down just because in case there's others that come along the way, then I don't want to forget one. Okay, so there seems to be a cycle of, you know, whether that is you're saving your pentacles or you're growing your money, whatever that looks like for you. And then something happens, right? And it takes your money. And then you have to start all over again. And that in itself can be a very, yep, I hear the word entrenched loop. Okay. Sorry, I know that it might be annoying for some of you to have to sit while I write these notes, but I try to make sure that I don't leave things out. And then, yeah. Okay. So this is an entrenched loop, and that to me is saying that it's something that's very deep, something that's been cycles, yep, cycles that have been going on, and I'm hearing lifetimes. I started to ask if it was ancestral, and I was like, no, this is off-planet experiences is what I heard. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's only and all from Hadar. That can be because most of us believe and feel that we have had experiences, you know, many of them. And and there you are diligently working still. We have had experiences in many lifetimes and in a variety of dimensions and realities and planets and stars and whatnot. So, and if that's not your belief, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. So anyway, there's just this feeling that this is a cycle, but there's this opportunity that holds potential to come in. It is a substantial financial opportunity to shake things up, change things for you. But I feel like this cycle has to be, you know, we need to stop the cycle of having this happen over and over and over and over again. When this happens, right, we have something come in and then we're waiting and then it gets taken away. We have something come in, you know, it creates a lot of confusion. Yeah. So it does create a lot of confusion, and a lot of times in our Hadarian characteristics and traits we can be childlike in our enthusiasm, in our spontaneity, and not saying those things are bad at all. It's just a lot of times we can just move in that way without weighing our pros and cons, without, you know, there's nothing wrong with being spontaneous as long as we're doing that in a way that isn't creating non-serving imbalances for ourselves. And it feels like the money's never going to come. The money's never going to come, right? With the Knight of Pentacles here, which is, you know, the fastest or the slowest, non-moving, slowest knight in the deck. But this constant cycle creates a lot of confusion because it's like, well, I'm trying to get here, but this seems to be all that happens. And I don't seem to be able to get to this. But we do have the Hierophant here, and I feel like the Hierophant is talking about, you know, the Hierophant can be talking about things that are literally very organizations, dogma. It could be talking about religious beliefs. That could be things that are getting in the way of moving for ourselves in a healthy way. Now, and I say that because, and I'm not knocking religions or a certain belief or anything like that, but there are several that seem to teach, you know, well, we should always be giving, and we should never ask for ourselves because then we're being selfish or things along those lines. And I feel like this is here to tell us that these are a lot of the types of beliefs that have us in this constant cycle. Like even when we get money, then we give it all away, or we burn through it. Sorry. I'll share this in just a second. All right. Okay, so what I just got was, and I don't remember what I was saying, but so what I just got was there's these beliefs that run, right, that it's better to give than to receive. Better to give than to receive. It's, you know, you need to give things away or else you're a bad person. You have to spend your money right away, whether that's giving it to other people or spending it in some way, shape, or form, because otherwise it burns a hole in your pocket. For some, there's this compulsion to spend it. I have to spend it. For others, it's, well, I need to get rid of the money because I have to make true the fact and the statements that, well, poor me, I'm the victim. And please, I'm not judging anybody, okay? I think many of us have been there. I know I've been there. You know, so we have to make it true in order to continue to believe that, you know, this and that doesn't work out for me, or, well, people are always mean to me, or, you know, whatever that is, you know, or money, whatever these beliefs are that are running, it's like unconsciously, of course, we have to make them true, because otherwise then we have to shift and change our perception, our beliefs, our whole world. And that can really be very intimidating. It can be scary. So we continue to basically set ourselves up to have it all gone. So we have to start over again. And it's not because we enjoy being that way. It's just a lot of us aren't even conscious that that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? And this can be about money. It can be about anything, because it's true about many different life areas and many different things that we do. But I feel like with the Hierophant here, it's telling me that there are things that are, there are things that are at play that have to do with beliefs. They have to do with religious beliefs. They have to do with family beliefs. They have to do with generational beliefs. They can be beliefs as in propaganda, like things that were, you know, just through society, through life, that we see or we read or we hear all the time, and then we take it on as our own belief. Even if it's not our true own belief, we take it as that it is. Yeah, see? And that sets us up. That sets us up for people stealing from us, people lying to us, people backstabbing, thieving, lying, sneakiness. And then that in turn, well, then there we are again. Now we're back over here. We're still crying over all the stuff that we've lost, because we don't even realize these other things are here, which are about breaking the loops, the patterns, the wheels, the cycles, the beliefs that are non-serving, and that keep us then from this space of self-contentment. And this person is by themselves, and that doesn't mean you have to be single. It just means being content in your own skin, being content in your own life, being content with your various life areas, and not having to look for other people, places, things, events, situations to define us, to dictate to us if we're going to be happy or not. Okay. And then over here we had That's funny. Over here we had, okay, yeah, but I'm just still sitting here. I'm just still sitting here working on my money, working on my money. But I have an opportunity to go a new direction. I have an opportunity to, you know, turn my back on this weighted down wand over here and elevate this wand over here that can make my life go in a new direction that will help me to be happier, to help me to move forward in a healthier way. So there is this moving on, and it requires cutting things out, patterns, loops, wheels, beliefs, cycles, you know, whatever those are that are not serving me. And we do this because the Queen of Swords, she can be very nurturing, but she's also very no nonsense, right? She doesn't play games. She's very clear-headed. She's very clear-minded. She's just, she's fair. You know, yes, I will put my hand out to help you, but I don't play games, right? I don't play games. I will help you in a balanced way, but when it starts to hurt me, no, that's it. Cut it out. We cut it off, right? Yeah, it's just, and again, it's not about being vicious or anything like that. It's simply about learning to draw a line and learning to not violate your own boundaries and not allowing others to violate those boundaries. I hope all that makes sense. And I feel like I was going from an introduction into boom, but you know, sometimes that's just how it happens. So I do feel like this is what we're going to be addressing so that we can move, so that when we begin to work on our money again, right, where we see here in the Eight of Pentacles, we begin to work on our money again. It can take us into a new direction this time because we've turned our back on those non-serving beliefs that we're going to do here in a minute. And that's going to allow us to move on, right? And we're going to do that by cutting out some of the cycles and things that have come through so far that just are not serving us anymore. So here's where I'm going to put in my I don't know, my warning, my disclaimer, whatever, however you want to word that. If you would just like to take this information and, you know, do whatever you do with it, that's great. If you are interested in just sitting back and relaxing, and I'm going to go in and do what I do on a multidimensional level, and you wish to receive that for yourself, and it is going to be about clearing out these patterns that are non-serving, then that's what I'm going to do. And then we will pick these cards up and we will see what comes out again when we ask the question of how did we shift that? Okay, so this is what I'm going to suggest. If you don't want to receive that part, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. If you are interested in receiving this, then I would suggest this. One, pause the video when you're ready. Pause the video so that you can get ready, I guess I should say. So you're going to want to make sure that you can just, you know, be in a quiet place where you can just relax for a minute and let this take place. I don't know how long this is going to take because I don't know until I'm done. Because I can start out with just a small list of things and get a whole bunch, and then other times it's just that list and I'm done. I would suggest getting yourself in a quiet place, get yourself relaxed. Take yourself a few deep breaths, right? You're going to want to just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Get yourself into a relaxed state. Do whatever you do to get yourself grounded and connected. And then unpause the video if you like, because it's going to be silent. I'm not really going to be talking out loud. If you want to put on relaxing music or whatever, and you want to just, you know, chill, you do you, and however you want to handle this or do this. I'm just throwing out some things. I do feel it's important to make sure you're grounded and connected. And I do feel it can be important for some to try to make sure you're someplace where it's going to be quiet. I can't even guarantee that because I have dogs here that aren't mine and they're not very well behaved. And, you know, so they will spout off in any given moment. So yeah, if you just want to receive this, you can get yourself, just set the intention that you're going to get grounded, connected, and quiet and do whatever it is you do, whether it's listening to music or listening to silence or whatever, or listening to your breath. And you're just going to receive. And you can either keep it paused while you're receiving, or you can unpause it and receive. Okay? So, yeah. If you want to listen to me getting grounded and connected and doing all of the breath stuff, then feel free. Okay, so if you're wanting to listen, I just invite you to get yourself comfortable in a comfortable position. I recommend laying down or at least sitting somewhere where if you fall asleep or if you begin to rock or something, we don't have to worry about you falling or getting hurt. Okay? So just relax. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, Most High of all that is, I ask that you run the ground and connect for those who wish to receive it now. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to begin now, so just continue to relax, continue to breathe. Just continue to breathe and relax. You're doing great. Continue to take a few more deep breaths. Inhale, healing, balance, alignment, harmony, fresh new belief systems. This is rewiring and remapping your brain, your heart brain, your gut brain. This is clearing out what we're clearing out from so many different places and spaces. Just continue to breathe. Breathing in, healing. Exhaling out, releasing. Okay. So if you need a few moments and you still need some time, just feel free to pause the video at any time. Gently allow yourself to get up or sit up or however you need to do, if any of you have chosen to lay down. And take a few more nice cleansing breaths for me now. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to write down the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. All right. So we're writing that down just so that I don't forget what was in this reading. And we're going to shuffle things back in. And then we're going to ask. So we're going to ask, how did we shift now that we have done this work with you up most high? Lord, Father, God, Spirit, Source, Universe, whatever that is for you. How have we shifted the reading that was here? How have we shifted the reading that was here? All right. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So how did we shift things? Well, the death card, that's an ending for you for sure, right? And the ending, we have the ending. So some people say this is the emperor. Some people say this is the king. But either which way, you can see the crown is on the ground. You know, that person is definitely not coming back. We still have the family, you know, that is here to carry on. We have the Hierophant interceding on the family's behalf. So we see that there were things that were not serving. The tyranny is the word I'm getting, that just was dictating those patterns. That's ended, right? And now we have this new opening, this new beginning, because that is now not there anymore, right? And just so that you're aware, whenever I do any sort of healing, clearing work, I only work in, of, by, through, with God, Source, Spirit, Light, Utmost High. And I always ensure that part of my work is automatically included wherever things have been removed, that freed up space is healed. Okay, we do work to infuse that with light, with healing, and a lot more. But now this ending has taken place, and now we're heading in a new direction, right? This new direction is bringing in a brand new opportunity. We do have the Ace of Wands here. This is a very how do I say that? Yes, a spiritually offered opportunity. To me, the Ace of Wands talks about an opportunity that is going to allow you to, it's going to be something that clicks with you, right? It's going to be something that you enjoy. It can be something that allows you to be creative, or touches your creative self, or sparks creativity in you, or that is just you like, wow, that is a really creative opportunity. I never would have thought of that, right? It's something you can be passionate about. It can be about communication, quick movement. Passion can be about a love interest, but it can be about anything that you feel passionate about. There has been a shift in perspective, but I also feel like that this is bringing about a brand new understanding, some enlightenment. Now, for some of you, this may be, you may notice something right away. Some other people might go, well, I don't notice anything. And, you know, they might have something happen, and then all of a sudden, you know, days, weeks, months go, oh my gosh, that's it. I didn't even realize that I haven't even been thinking about doing this or that with my money. Now I'm doing this and this. Now I get, you know what I mean? So I do feel like there's some enlightenment. There's an aha moment or epiphanies. I do feel like that's going to shake up your world. Not in a bad way. Not like a tower. Oh my gosh, it's the tower, right? I feel more like this has changed some foundational beliefs that you've had and you've carried for a really long time. Again, you remember we had the Hierophant who was present there, and that is very much about beliefs that are steeped in structure, in tradition, in religion, in organizations, in, you know, whatever those organizations may be. They became part of the foundation, and they just weren't serving. So to me, this tower moment is saying, you know, it's almost like when you see things, you know, bricklayers, right? And they're laying the bricks for stuff. And it's like, oh, you know what? This one just didn't work. We need to take this one out and let's put this one in. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Now it's a strong, you know what I'm saying? So, sorry. So yeah, I really honestly don't feel like this is a tower moment. I feel it's more like it's a portal moment, because it's shifting up some very, very foundational beliefs that you've carried for, oops, I put them in the wrong way. Well, and that makes sense. That's funny. Okay. I really believe that that is about changing some of the foundations that have been a part of your life and lives for a really long time. And I find it funny that I turned him, the Hanged Man, upside down, because to me, when the Hanged Man is upside down, it's saying, well, you're not stuck anymore. You know, you're not hanging upside down anymore. You're right side up now. And you have this enlightenment, and now you can move forward, right? Now you can just bend down and untie that, and you can just go on about your merry way. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is shifting things for you around your money. And now we have the King of Cups here. Now the King of Cups is the emotions. The King of Cups is someone who is emotionally mature. It is someone who not only is emotionally mature, but I would say somebody who's really good at communicating their emotions. I feel there's someone who is also very smart and wise. And if you see on this particular one, like the water is just, it's swirling all around behind him. There's waves and this and that, right? But he's on very solid footing. So I feel like this is saying to me that the shift has opened an opportunity, this opportunity, and this has all, how do I say that? Okay, so the foundational changes and that has created a shift, and this opportunity coming in will further emphasize and strengthen the emotional maturity around money. Okay, because we can have there's money EQ and money IQ, right? Money IQ is your emotional intelligence, or your intellectual intelligence around money, and EQ is your emotional intelligence around money. So if we are carrying all these beliefs, which we tend to display out in our heart, or not always, but you get what I'm saying? I mean, yes, it's a belief, so it's in the intellectual part, but we also carry that in our heart. And I really feel like this is saying it's not only changed your money EQ, or money IQ, but it's also changed your money EQ, if that makes sense. Yeah. So what else can you tell us at Most High? What else do you have for us? How else have we changed things? I don't know if you saw that, because I was shuffling with the card deck this way, but these cards came out and they kind of stayed paused for a moment before they fell down. Wow. See? Yes. I love this. You can't make it up. All right. We have the page the Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So again, you know, there's that maturity, and it's around your money, right? And the Hermit, to me, this is talking about, you know, when we go into the Hermit Cave, we are usually in there healing. We're doing introspection. We're doing inner work. Sometimes we're doing shadow work, you know, those kinds of things. When we come out, there's, you know, he's got this beard and everything, and it's like, it's taking the wisdom of what you've learned while you were in the cave. You have enough light for the step that you are on, which is very important to understand and not easy. Anyways, it certainly wasn't for me. But we're being given another opportunity here. So we've got a brand new opportunity here. We have an opportunity coming in again around our pentacles. And again, I feel like it's because of the work we've done. And it is telling us that it's important to use what we've learned in the Hermit Cave. And to me, this is talking about, you know, some of these beliefs that have come up. And I would invite you to take these beliefs and then not write these down, but just like I did here, I would invite you to take that concept and do the same thing. Ask yourself, what beliefs do I carry about money? What have I always heard about money? What have I been taught about money? What can I let go that's just not serving me? Wow. Okay. And let's just get either one or two more to finish this out. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. You see that? Okay. So, all right. Do you see this? Do you see this heartbreak? Right? Heartbreak. This can be heartbreak from a love relationship, but it can also be just heartbreak because of several disappointments. It can be disappointments, failures, betrayals, third-party situations. But because we're talking about money here, okay, I would say that this heartbreak could be, I would say that there's been heartbreak that involved other people. And we have 3 people here. We have 3 swords here. So for some of you, there could be multiple third-party situations that have taken place. There could be, and not necessarily all having to be romantic as in cheaters, but in that sense, but people that have worked together to, I just heard the word fleece you, to steal from you, to, shortchange you, you know, things to do with your money, right? This is, you know, fives are about change, and it's usually uncomfortable change. Or for some of you, this could be things representing things that have happened and had gone on for a really long time, but you have come out victorious. You are the winner on this battlefield, right? And I feel like this is saying, yeah, this is what you've learned when you were in there. You had to go through this work, right? And you can come out as this Queen of Cups now. And notice now we have divine counterparts here. We also had the Queen of Swords in the first one, and now we have the King of Swords here. Okay? So what is that telling me? To me, this is saying, this can be talking about balancing out your masculine and feminine energies within of yourself. This can be about 2 different people. I kind of feel like, yeah, I feel like the Queen of Cups is telling us, because, you know, she's gazing into that cup. And in the cup, you know, the emotions, the heart. This is a very, I forget what it's called, but this particular thing is an instrumental tool used in some religions. And she's gazing into that. And I do believe that this is just talking about, you know, there was that gazing, that learning, that looking into how have I been influenced and what beliefs have become part of my foundation that I had to let go of. And we've done that. And this is bringing balance in. And when you've done that, then what? We went in and we cut that stuff out. And now instead of confusion, we've got opportunity, right? Because the 7, to me, the 7 can either be opportunities or it can be confusion. And I really do feel like, because the work is done, because we've done work, I'm sure you've done work on your own, and you have an opportunity here to continue the work by going in, what is this? Queen of Wands. Going in and asking yourself, you know, what else do I hold that's not serving me around money? What other beliefs do I hold around money? What other ways do I, you know, and if you come up with, and you don't get anything, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see new direction again. And we had that in the other one. You've left behind that weighted one. If you don't get anything, that's okay. You can just say, you know, again, God, source, universe, utmost high, spirit, light, whatever you do, I invite you to bring to my conscious awareness more, you know, what are more beliefs that I hold around money that are just not serving me anymore, that it's time for me to let go of, so that I can do that, right? So anyway, I really hope this was helpful for you guys. I do feel that doing card readings for the Hadarian Collective can be quite useful, because I feel like there's a great deal of things that we tend to share as far as like characteristics or experiences. Yes, with their own nuances and players and all that kind of stuff involved in that. But I do feel like we have a lot of things in common with each other. So anyways, I hope that was helpful to you guys. And yeah, until next time, bye.